even if you don't have a home, you need a foundation. A foundation in your life to center you, to find refuge in when the storms of life approach. Because I don't care if you live out of your car, I don't care if you live out of an RV, motorhome, tiny home, anything, it doesn't matter. Storms of life come. They pass, and some take more of a toll than others. But this is life in this world. Storms come. A foundation is a set of values and principles that guide us and that keep our mind, our spirit, our soul, and our well-being focused on a certain goal, on a certain way that we would like our life to go. It does not mean we won't be hypocrites at times, because you can have the best set of principles, you can have the best values, but you're human. You're going to fail, you're going to be a hypocrite. Now, I am not giving the green light to be a blanket hypocrite and to just totally disvalue everything that you say to others. No. And I'm not talking about a foundation built on religion, walking around trying to convert people, stopping people, asking them, you may go to hell if you don't know this, or you really need to do this so you can save your soul. No. What I'm saying is, do not be a hypocrite. Number one, try to, as best you can, to always be sincere. Try to always be genuine. And try to always live your life in a manner that you respect and that you would admire in someone else, while still not telling someone else how they should live. But faith, and I am talking about faith here. I'm not talking about some just magical, unknown thing. I am specifically talking about a foundation of faith, of guiding sets of principles and morals, and of God. Spirit lives inside you. For me, I am not telling anybody else what they should build their foundation on. I'm sharing my perspective, and I do not judge anybody. I'm sharing my journey. That's all I'm doing. Faith matters. For me, it's been a guiding light. Now, I also want to be honest again, just like I was honest about all of us at times, myself included. We have levels of imperfection. We have levels of hypocrisy. And if anything turns too bad for any of us, myself included, we're subject to just curse this life and say, God, why am I here? Take me away. I mean, Job did it in the Bible, of course. And, if you don't believe in the Bible, whatever your faith is, look, if things get bad enough in this world for any of us, life in this world isn't going to be pleasant anymore, and we're all going to question our faith to a certain degree. So I don't want to be a hypocrite in that manner. But what I'm saying is you can't outthink your faith. You know what I mean? You can't live in a world of, well, I don't want to believe because this may happen and then I'm going to lose. And what I'm saying is, listen. What I'm saying is having a foundation of faith to guide you. Trusting that spirit, trusting God as best you can when you cannot fully understand and grasp everything, is of value to you. It is not meant for you to convert everybody. It is not meant for you to do anything other than have inner peace. And that's valuable, because I don't care how minimalistic you get your life. I don't care how much you downsize. Peace, inner peace, can only come from decluttering the soul. And the only way you declutter the soul is you drill and you destroy all the false values, all the false principles of worldly thinking, of worldly possessions, of worldly mindsets, and you build a solid foundation of inspirational, integrity-driven, hopeful, joyful, peaceful values and principles that guide your life. Not that you force down other people's lives, but that guide your life, and that you can boldly share them. You know, because listen, when you are just at peace with yourself and you are just thankful, you know, that is not going to be taken the wrong way for most people that are fair. For people that are looking for a reason to be bitter and angry no matter what, doesn't matter what you do. You can be atheist, you can be religious, you can be a faithful person. Those people, the unthankful, the bitter, the upset, doesn't matter what you do, they're not going to like you. So don't even bother to think, well, if I do this, if I'm like this, if I say this about my faith, this person, no. Those people are never going to like you, okay? What I'm saying is build a foundation of faith in your life, because it will add value to your life. And again, it does not matter if you live out of a car, RV, or whatever. If you do not have inner peace, this world sucks even worse. And I also understand why some people don't have faith, because some people have just seen a lot of shit and they don't want to see. And look, I can get it to a certain degree, but then I catch myself. I say, look, my job is not to sit here and say, why does this person do this? Why does that person do that? The only job I have is to be the best person I can be, to treat others how I want to be treated, to exercise grace, meaning forgiveness on myself first and others as well. And as long as what I'm doing is not bringing harm to anyone else, I have to be me. I have to do what I need to do for me. And that's a good thing. That's a healthy thing. And so I just want to encourage you, or if anything else, I don't want to make you do anything that you don't want to do. I guess I should just say I am just sharing that I believe, my personal opinion and perspective is that in your journey throughout life, before you seek to downsize, before you seek to sell your house, before you seek to live out of an RV or a car or motorhome or whatever type of thing you do, seek the Lord. And that's different maybe for everybody, I think. You know, you got to have a different journey to get there. And not one person can really point you in that direction. You're going to have to seek out different people. But ultimately, it comes from an inner voice inside you. It comes from an inner voice inside you. Because I believe that God lives inside us. A spirit, you know, of truth, of peace, of love. But that we're also still human, right? And we're in this world, so there's levels of imperfection. And so we can't get too prideful and always thinking we trust our intuition. I mean, look, we make mistakes, we make wrong decisions, etc. And then ultimately grace, ultimately love is the best thing, but still with wisdom and boundaries and discernment, because we can't just also just be like, you know, just without boundaries. We can't be like that either. So these are my thoughts, you know, but I want to end on just saying that even if you decide not to live in a home, I want to encourage you to have and to build and to maintain a healthy, faithful foundation.